Hello. Okay, good evening. Um, Welcome, Monday night. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Um, Tonight you're going to need just a block or a textbook or something just to sit on, rolled up towel or cushion or something like that. And we're just going to start seated. So I hope everybody's feeling okay today. Um, It's been quite nice. I don't know if the weather's going to last. I think it might end up raining tomorrow, according to one weather app that I've been looking at. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, everybody had a nice weekend. Yeah, we're going to start seated this evening. So if you just want to come to sitting down on your blocks or just on your mats, and bring yourself to a cross-legged position. Allow your knees to fall down lower than your hips. Allow your hips to be elevated and just relax. Calm the mind. Settle the body. And we'll begin in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to sort this camera out again. Always seem to have problems with it, like I say, every single time. But I'm not an expert, so you'll have to just deal with the camera angle as it is, and we'll see how we go. All right, so come to seated on your mat. Just a couple more minutes. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat box or say hello. Let me know if you've joined or how your day's been. Say hi. It's always nice to be able to see people and hear from them, which is good. So yeah, just get yourself settled. You can pop some music on if you like, whatever is best for you. If you've got your own playlist or your own set of music that you like to listen to, then feel free to pop that on. It might just help to set the mood slightly. So coming to a nice comfortable position where you can rest for a couple of minutes while we go through some nice breath work, some pranayama. And if you want, you can bring your hands to rest on your knees with the palms facing downwards as you lengthen through your spine and your torso, drawing your navel back towards your spine, rolling your shoulders away from your ears, just allowing yourself to ground. If you feel like Monday's been a bit of a slog for you today and you want to invite some more energy into your practice, then just flip the palms over, bring the thumb and the index finger to touch into a mudra, and just allow yourself to accept the energy, to receive the energy, and hopefully it will guide you through your practice this evening. So closing down the eyes, allowing yourself to become present, allowing yourself to become aware of the space that you're holding on your mat, allowing your mind to gently begin to switch off from the day's activities. Allowing yourself to recognize the breath, to observe your inhale and your exhale. Just notice the rhythm of your breath, how it's making you feel, whether the breathing and whether you're inhaling through your chest or whether you're inhaling through your belly. And just observe, just notice. Allow yourself to breathe in this way while you feel the connection on your mat. And allow your gaze to draw inwards. As your focus comes between the space in your eyebrows, the space in between your eyebrows, your third eye center. Imagine in that space there is just nothing. There's nothingness. It's a dark space, but somehow it's allowing you to focus. It's drawing your focus in, and it's allowing you to remain focused. Breathe in through your nose and let it go through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, and this time exhale through your nose. On your next inhale, allow the belly to fill up with air, breathing in from the abdomen, expanding the belly. Exhale, allow the belly button to draw closer to the spine as you release the breath from your abdomen. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale is time for 4, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. This time when you exhale, draw the breath in through the belly, count to 4, and then when you have reached number 4, just pause for a moment and then release the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, belly rises. 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, navel draws back towards the spine. 2, 3, 4. This time on your inhale, as you breathe in through your nose, allow the breath to travel upwards, expanding through the rib cage in your chest and your collarbones and your shoulders. And then allow the breath to escape through your shoulders, your collarbones, your chest, your rib cage, and eventually your abdomen, drawing your navel back in towards your spine. Inhale. Belly rises, chest rises. Breath ascends through the body. Exhale, release, drawing your belly button back towards your spine. One more time, inhale. Feeling the benefits of this full yogic breath, calming your mind, allowing your body to connect to your mind and to your breath. Let's return to a normal rhythm of breathing. And let's bring our hands to heart center. We'll gently dip our chin towards our chest and flutter open our eyes. And then slowly lift the gaze. And we'll begin to work into the body now. So inhale, raise your hands high, keeping the integrity of the spine. As you exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, release the hands back towards the ground. You're going to take another inhale, raising your hands all the way. Maybe your gaze follows and your palms touch. And as you exhale, bring your left hand forward, your right hand behind you, and twist to the right. Gaze might come over your right shoulder. Inhale, palms to touch above your head. As you exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes down, left hand comes behind. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, rise one more time each side. Exhale to twist to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. This time we're going to work into the side body. So placing your right hand on the floor, and you inhale, raise your left hand high. Exhale, opening up into the side of the left-hand side of the body. Gaze might come up towards your fingers. Inhale, lift the left arm and plant it back down as you exhale. And then inhale, raise that right arm high, peeling your right shoulder away from your ear, opening out into the right side of the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, left hand raises. Exhale as the left hand comes all the way overhead. Inhale to lift. Exhale to plant the left hand. Inhale, raise that right hand high. Exhale, right hand comes all the way over the head, really opening out into the right side of the body as you inhale to lift. Exhale, plant that hand back down. Inhale, raise both hands high, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. If you're on a block, just remove the block from underneath your sit bones and pop it to one side. We're going to come into a tabletop position. Moving now through some cats and cows. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, planting the tops of the feet on the floor. As you inhale, allow your shoulders to draw down and backwards. Tailbone lifts towards the ceiling. Pull the mat towards you as your gaze reaches high and you're arching your back. Exhale, rounding your back. Gaze comes towards your knees. Really draw those shoulders away from each other, pushing through the mat. Inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cat, rounding the back, pushing the mat away. Chin comes towards the chest. Inhale, arch the spine, tailbone lifts towards the ceiling. Draw your shoulders back and away from your ears. Exhale, cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale once more into your cat, drawing that tailbone down. Inhale, come to a tabletop position, and we're going to just go through some opposite elbow to knee. So really grounding down through your right hand. We're going to lift and lengthen our right foot as we inhale, and also our left arm. As we exhale, we draw our right knee to our left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, flexing your right foot. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the foot on the mat, on the ball of the foot, and we're going to twist to the right hand side. So leave your left leg where it is. And we're just going to inhale to raise that left hand up slightly. So our fingertips are pointing towards the ceiling and our gaze is coming towards our left fingers. Exhale, release the hand onto the ground. And then we're going to take a twist to the opposite side. So just rotating your left leg slightly. We're going to shift the weight into our left hand and inhale to rise onto the left-hand side. Maybe our palm on our arm comes slightly backwards so that we can open up into our chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, plant our right hand down. Move your left foot back in and then come back into your tabletop position. We're going to repeat that, but on the left-hand side. So inhale, lengthen your left leg out, bring your right arm in front, and then bring your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Breathing in, lengthening. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop the back foot. And then we're going to take an inhale to rise and twist to the right hand side. Gaze comes up towards our right fingers. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hand on the floor. And then just pivot on the knee slightly as we inhale to lift our left hand high. Gaze up to our left fingers. Exhale, lower. Coming back into our tabletop position, we're going to now twist as a threading the needle. So inhale, raise your right hand high. Exhale, bring your right arm underneath, planting your right shoulder on the floor. We're going to gaze either towards the side of the room or up towards the ceiling, wherever is comfortable on your neck. Inhale, raise your right hand high. Exhale, plant it back down. Repeat on the left. Inhale, raise your left hand high. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing your left shoulder to the floor. Gaze is either up to the ceiling, really feeling the twist in the left-hand side of the body. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hand back to tabletop position. Widen your knees to the edges of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch and just sink your hips back towards your heels, walking your hands out slightly and coming into your child's pose. Placing your head on the mat, or if you have a block, you can place your block underneath your forehead. Just allow yourself to take a few breaths in your child's pose. If you want to set an intention for your class, feel free to do this. Some positive words of affirmation, some positive energy, maybe some uplifting words of encouragement. Take one more deep breath in, let it go, and then slowly come back into your tabletop position. We're going to come into a plank. Okay, so I want you to stack your shoulders over your wrists and really just spread those fingers wide on your hands. Imagine that you're trying to pull the mat towards you and get a grip on that mat. And then we're just going to lengthen our legs out to the back of the room and push our heels towards the back of the room. Coming into our plank. Now draw your belly button and draw your navel in, slight rounding in the upper back. But make sure your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Your bottom wants to be about shoulder height to avoid dipping into the hips and the lower back. Take an in-breath. Exhale, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Bringing your chest close to your thighs. Take a breath here. Pedal out those feet. Lifting one heel. Lifting the other heel, allowing your hamstrings to lengthen out and ease out if you've not done much exercise or walking today, and maybe your hamstrings are slightly tight. Allow that tailbone to be lengthened towards the ceiling. If you have tight shoulders, just bring your hands out slightly further to allow your chest to come closer to your thighs. Take an in-breath. And as you exhale, come back into your plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes, and then keeping your elbows close into your body, lower your chest down until you come all the way down to the floor, tops of the feet pushing into the mat, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale into your low cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, and then send your tailbone high for your downward facing dog once more. Take a breath here. As you inhale, creep your hands slightly back towards your feet. Maybe you want to bend into your knees at this point if it's easier on your hamstrings. Or you can keep your legs straight, but ensure your tailbone is lifted. Take an in-breath. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to the outer edge of your left ankle. Gaze comes under your left armpit. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, release your right hand back down to the floor. We'll repeat that on the left. Take an in-breath. Exhale, bring your left hand to the outside of your right calf. Gaze comes under your right elbow. Keep lengthening that tailbone towards the ceiling. Inhale, draw the breath into the belly. As you exhale, release, drawing your navel towards your spine. Maybe you can twist some more. Inhale, bringing your hands all the way back to your shortened down dog. We're going to walk back out into our plank. Take an in-breath here in your plank. Exhale, lower down through knees, untuck the toes, bring the chest down onto the floor. Inhale, low cobra, push down through the tops of your feet and engage in your glutes. Exhale, bend your knees. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Send that tailbone high. Gentle bending your knees if you need to. External rotation in the upper arms. Chest comes towards the thighs. Draw the heels towards the mat. Gaze towards your feet, ears in line with your biceps. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Slowly walk the hands back towards your feet. Feet about hip distance apart. Gentle bend in the knees if you need to bring your chest closer to your thighs as you let your head hang heavy. We're going to twist here, so bring your left hand in front of your feet. Maybe you could straighten out your right leg, slight bend in your left. As you inhale to raise that right hand high, drawing your right shoulder away from your ear, allowing your belly button to draw back in towards your spine as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out to release. We'll swap sides. Inhale, straighten out your left leg. Gentle bend in your right knee as you raise your left hand up towards the ceiling. Gaze might follow. Inhale. Exhale, draw that navel back towards your spine. Inhale. Breathe out. Breathe in. As you exhale, release both of your hands, coming back into your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Inhale into your halfway lift, keeping your back flat. Or you can bring your hands to your shins. Crown of your head reaches forwards. Exhale, fold over your thighs once more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine, all the way up to standing. Hands come above your head. Palms might touch, gaze might follow. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come to the top of your mat. We're going to run through a couple of sun salutations. So bringing your feet either at hip distance apart or with your big toes to touch and a slither of air in between your heels. Allow your legs to become engaged. Allow your feet to ground down through the mat. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and allow your palms to face forwards. This is your Tadasana, your mountain posture. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding over your thighs, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back right, step back left into your high plank. Take an in-breath. Exhale, lower down through knees, chest and chin. Bringing all of your body towards the floor. Inhale into your Bhujangasana. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes. Send your tailbone high for your downward facing dog. Take an in-breath. Exhale, lift your heels and your knee, bend your knees and walk to the top of your mat. Landing in your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, straight spine all the way up to standing, hands come above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We go again and we'll modify that. So inhale, breathing in, hands come above the head. As you breathe out, release and surrender over your thighs, letting your head hang heavy into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, crown of the head reaches forwards. Exhale, as you fold, plant your hands, step back right, step back left into your high plank. Take an in-breath here. Exhale, lower down through knees, chest and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana if that's in your practice. Inhale, upward facing dog or Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. As you inhale, lift your right leg high. And as you exhale, bring your knee to your nose, rounding your back so that your knee can maybe touch your nose. Inhale, lengthen your leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower that foot down. Repeat on the left. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Exhale, round your back, making some space for your knee to come towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen your leg back. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Take a moment in your down dog. Check back in with your intention if you have one. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale, bend your knees. And walk or step to the top of your mat, landing once more in your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine, all the way up to standing, hands come above the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a drink if you need to. Okay, so bring your feet maybe to hip distance apart if that feels nice. Toes are pointing forwards. We're going to sink back into our Utkatasana, our fiat pose, our chair pose. So taking an in-breath, as you inhale, reach the hands up and sink the tailbone down towards the floor, shifting the weight into your heels as your tailbone lengthens, your spine lengthens, your arms maybe come in line with your biceps. Draw your navel in, open up your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist, bringing your left elbow towards your right thigh. And gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Draw your belly button in and up. Take a deep in-breath. Exhale. Inhale comes all the way back to center. We twist to the left. Exhale. Right elbow to left knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way back to center into your Utkatasana, your chair pose. Bring your hands high if you wish. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step back with your right foot, step back with your left foot into your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale through knees, chest and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in your downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg high. As you breathe out, bring your right knee to your nose. Inhale, right leg comes high. This time, as you exhale, I want you to bring your right knee through and then plant your right foot at the side. Pivot on your left foot and lift your left arm high into your fallen triangle, your fallen star. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your left hand back. Step back into your 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, bring your right foot through and plant it on the floor, coming into a high lunge as you inhale. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale through knees, chest and chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into your upward facing dog or cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your left leg high. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your nose. Inhale, send your left leg high. This time as you exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Pivot on your right foot and bring your left foot out to the side. Rising that right hand high as you come into your fallen star. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Pivot on your right foot. Step back into your 3-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your foot through and plant it at the top of your mat. Take an inhale to come into your high lunge. Exhale. Take another in-breath. Let it go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor. Step back into your high plank. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, release through either knees, chest, chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and step to the front of your mat, landing in your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Your head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Send that tailbone towards the floor. Draw your belly button in, open out your chest. Your hands can come here if you have tight shoulders. Take a breath. Inhale, raise those hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment, take a drink if you need to. We'll set up for a sun salutation C. Coming to the top of your mat, big toes to touch, slither there in between your heels. Palms facing forward. Maybe close down the eyes here if you like. Take an in-breath. Release. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, hinge at your hips, folding over your thighs, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and step back with your right leg, and then drop your right knee to the floor and untuck your toes. Inhale to rise into your low lunge on your left side. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, lower your hands down. But this time I want you to heel toe your left foot out to the side, bringing your hands on the inside of your left leg. Now you can stay here if you wish. This may be enough for you. Or you can inhale to prepare. And exhale, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, bringing your left hand to the inside of your knee and maybe twisting to the left-hand side, looking up towards the ceiling, drawing your left shoulder away from your ear. Really feeling the opening in the chest and the twist throughout the torso. Breathe. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bend in your right knee, lifting your foot towards your bottom. Inhale, raising your hand, your left hand, bringing your left hand round to maybe grab onto your right foot in your twisted monkey. Take a breath. Inhale, release. As you exhale, plant your hand back down and then heel toe your foot back to the center so it's framed by your hands. Tuck your toes, lift your knee and send your left foot back to meet your right. Take an in-breath in your plank. Exhale through knees, chest, chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slight bend in the knees if you need to so the tailbone can reach high towards the ceiling. Gaze towards your feet. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale, lifting your right leg high. As you exhale, bring your right foot through and plant it at the front of your mat. Pivot on your left foot. And we're going to windmill our arms over, coming into our Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2. Take a moment to set up, to set your alignment correctly. Right knee over right ankle. Right heel in line with your left arch, the left arch of your foot. And your arms come to shoulder height. Your gaze is down your right middle finger. Make sure that torso straight. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. Palms touch above your head. Gaze might follow. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, reach forwards with your right hand. As you exhale, plant your right arm on your right thigh and draw your left hand up, gazing towards your fingers. Extended side angle. Make sure that that left hip is rotating around and you're drawing your right hip forwards to open up into the side of your body. Inhale, lengthen into your Virabhadrasana 2. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze towards your right fingers. Inhale, come all the way back up into your Warrior 2. Exhale, release the bend in your knee, straighten out your legs and maybe heel toe your back foot in slightly, setting up for your Trikonasana. Inhale, raise your arms to shoulder height. Exhale. Inhale, reach forward with your right hand, sending your left hip to the back of the room. As you exhale, bringing your hand down to the floor or to your shin. Left hand comes above, shoulders are stacking on one another. This is your Trikonasana, your triangle posture. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale, slight bend in the knee, come all the way back up standing. Exhale, hands to hips. We're just going to step forwards and we're going to move into a revolved half moon. So our revolved Ardha Chandrasana. You can come here if you wish. You don't need to do the full posture, but be nice to give it a try if you want to. So take an inhale, raise your hands high. Actually, if you have a block, it might be a good idea to use the block if you want to, just for stability at this point. So making sure that your legs are nice and straight and you're nice and stable. Hips are pointing forwards. Take an inhale to raise your hands high. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, folding over that front leg. And bringing your hands to the floor, shifting your weight into your right leg, lifting your left leg. All right, flex that left foot. If you want to stay here, you can. But just try and square off those hips. So if you feel like you're twisting to the left slightly, just square off the hips so that both hips are shining towards the floor. Now you can stay here, all right? Or you can come into your full revolved half moon. Placing your left hand on the floor or on a block, wherever you feel is comfortable. Really ground down through your left foot. Stable and strong, in your right foot. Stable and strong in your right leg. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, we're going to reach up with that right hand and maybe twist to the right. See if you can maintain the stability in your right leg as you keep your left foot flexed, revolving your half moon. Inhale. Exhale, draw that navel towards the spine. Steady as you go in this posture. Inhale. Exhale, release your hand back to the floor. Remove your block and step your left foot to meet your right as you exhale into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Take an in-breath into your Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine all the way up to standing, hands come above your head. Exhale, Samasthiti here. Okay, we'll repeat that on the next side, the second side, should I say. Big toes to touch, slither of air in between your heels. Coming into your Tadasana, your mountain posture. Again, you might want to take a second to check in with yourself, check in with your intention. Make sure your alignment's correct. Breathe in, hands come above your head. Breathe out, surrender over your thighs. Allow yourself to hang in your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your left foot. And then drop your left knee to the floor. Pressing the top of your left foot into the mat as you inhale to rise into your low lunge. Take a moment here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to plant your hands on the floor. And then we're going to heel toe our right foot out to the side. Bringing our hands on the inside of our right leg. You can stay here if you wish, or you can come into twisted monkey. So inhaling. As we exhale, just rotate onto the outside of the right foot. Right leg comes out slightly. If you wish, you can plant your hand on the inside of your right knee and twist your torso around to gaze up towards the ceiling, opening out in that chest. Draw your right shoulder back and down. Take an in-breath. Exhale. If you want to go a little deeper, you can inhale and lift your left foot, bringing it slightly in towards the bottom. Exhale. Inhale, raising your right hand, and then maybe grabbing hold of your right foot, opening up into the chest once more, really shining that heart forwards into your twisted monkey. Breathe. Inhale, release. Bring your hands back to the floor, heel toe your foot back to the center. Come up onto your toes, inhale into your runner's lunge. Exhale. Inhale to raise your hands high. Exhale, lower down. Step back into your high plank. Take an in-breath here. As you exhale, lower down through knees, chest and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into your up dog or cobra. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, and send your tailbone high, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring it through and plant it between your hands and then pivot on your right foot. We're going to Inhale to rise once more into our warrior two on this side. So checking for your alignment setup, making sure that the outside of the right foot is parallel with the top of your mat or the back of your mat. Knee is tracking over ankle, torso is straight, gaze is down your left middle finger, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Straight back leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten out your front leg, palms might touch. Breathing out, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reach forward as you exhale into your extended side angle, sending your right hand high, gaze up towards your right fingers. Inhale, come all the way back into your Virabhadrasana 2. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze comes up to your left fingers, keep a bend in that front knee. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to hips. Straighten out your front leg. And we'll set up for Trikonasana. So maybe heel toe your back foot in slightly. Straightening out both of our legs, really strong and stable through the legs here. Raising our hands and our arms to shoulder height. Inhale, reaching forward, sending your right hip back. When you can't reach any further, bring your left hand down. Send your right hand high. Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale. Draw your shoulder back so you're opening up into your chest here. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to hips. Now we're going to step in slightly, setting up for a revolved half moon on this side. Please feel free to come with me if you like on this. Or you can just stay in the modified version if you want. Strong and stable through both legs. I'm going to turn this way this time so that you can actually see me when I'm revolving, okay? So we're going to shift the weight into the front leg. So take an inhale, raise your hands high. As you exhale, hinge over your hips and shift the weight into your left leg, bringing your hands down to the floor and then lift your right leg high. Now square off your hips. You can stay here if you wish, or you can come into the full revolved half moon. That sounds weird, full revolved half moon, but it's, the revolved half moon. So placing your right hand on the floor, grounding through your left leg, making sure you're stable and strong through this left leg. Take an in-breath to prepare. And as you exhale, rotate and twist to the left, bringing your left hand high, drawing your navel in towards your spine, keeping your right foot flexed, gaze up towards your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Don't worry if you wobble, it's okay to not be able to get into this posture. It's really quite a difficult one to master. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands, bringing your foot up to meet your left, landing in your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine all the way up to standing, hands come above your head. Breathe out, Samastiti He. Well done. Take a drink. Okay, we're going to move down onto the floor now and we're going to come into pigeon. So big toes to touch so they're there in between our heels. Roll those shoulders back and down. Breathe in, raise your hands high. As you breathe out, surrender over your thighs into your Uttanasana. Tailbone lengthens towards the ceiling, head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, step back right, step back left into your high plank. Take an in-breath. Exhale through knees, chest and chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your right leg high. And on the exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist and your right ankle to your left wrist. Drop your left knee and place the top of your foot on the floor. Now, you can have your shin at an angle here if you wish, but make sure you keep flexing into this right foot. You can stay here, but what I would suggest is taking an in-breath, and as you exhale, shift your weight backwards slightly, and making sure that your left leg is out long. This is your active pigeon. If you have a really big gap underneath your bottom on the right-hand side, you can bring a cushion or a block underneath it just to support it so that you avoid rolling onto your right-hand side. So take an in-breath, exhale, stay here if you wish, or you can inhale to prepare, exhale, maybe creep your hands forwards, coming over onto your forearms, or you can reach those hands further forwards and bring your forehead down to the mat. Whichever variation of pigeon you want to take, it's up to you. This is your practice. Ensure that you're keeping flex in this right foot to protect your knee. Just keep breathing. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your left knee, and then send your right foot back into high plank. Ooh, feel the lengthening out in your right leg. Take an in-breath in your high plank. Exhale, lower down once more through knees, chest, and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips and tailbone lengthens towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. Bringing your ears in line with your biceps. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lengthen your left leg towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're going to do the same but on the left-hand side. So left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist, and then lower your right leg onto the floor, planting the top of your foot into the mat, making sure that that right leg is straight and lengthened behind you. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, just sink your hips backwards slightly, flexing in your left foot. Now again, if you have a little gap underneath your bottom, you can bring a block underneath there just to support your hips to avoid once more rolling onto your left-hand side. Take an inhale, exhale. Breathing in, you can come down to your forearms here. If you wish to take the pigeon a little deeper, or you can come into the full variation with your forehead on the mat. It's entirely up to you, but again, remember to keep the hip, try and keep the hip uncompromised, flexing in your left foot and sending the tailbone back towards the back of your mat. Shoulders are away from your ears. We're going to do 5 breaths here. Inhale, planting your hands on the floor, removing whatever block is underneath your sit bones and your hips. Exhale, tucking your back toes, lifting your leg, and then sending your left leg back into your high plank. Yeah, I can feel it as well. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale through knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana, whatever is in your practice. Inhaling to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling to your downward facing dog. Send the tailbone high. Gentle bend in your knees if you need to bring your chest closer to your thighs. Gaze towards your feet. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. And this time, we're going to walk to the top of the mat, landing in a forward fold. And then I want you to inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, just draw your heels up, bend your knees, and sink your hips back down towards your heels. And then bring your chest close to your thighs, and maybe your forehead can touch your knees. And just breathe here in this tiny little ball for a moment. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, we're just going to sink the heels back down, bringing our arms out in front, and maybe if you can try and gracefully release your bottom onto the floor and then come into a seated position. We're going to bring our legs out long, and we're just going to sit in Dandasana in staff pose for a moment, allowing our body to reset. Maybe shift the fleshy bit of your bum out from underneath you so your hip bones can settle into the mat. Flexing your feet so your toes are pointing upwards. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale, bring your right leg in towards your chest. And then pop your right foot over your left thigh. Inhaling to bring your left arm around your right knee. Exhaling to twist to the right hand side so that you can gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, perhaps you can twist a little deeper. Keep breathing. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, come all the way back to center and release your right leg, and we'll repeat on the left. Inhale, bringing your left leg in towards your body, bending in that knee, keeping your right foot flexed. Exhale, placing your left foot over your right thigh, bringing your right arm around your left knee as you inhale to lengthen your body and exhale to twist to the left-hand side, keeping your spine straight, gazes over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Keep breathing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, return to the center and release your left leg. I want you to come into Paschimottanasana, our seated forward fold. So inhale, lift your hands high. Exhale, hinging at your hips, drawing your navel towards your spine to create space for your chest to come down onto your thighs, keeping these feet flexed. Gazes towards your toes. Try and avoid a rounding in the back or the shoulders. As you inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale to fold slightly deeper. You can bend into your knees if that's more comfortable. Take another breath. Inhale, creeping your hands all the way back to center. We're going to come into Navasana boat pose before we lower down onto the floor. So just allowing yourself to just rock back onto your sit bones, bringing your feet closer to your body and bending into your knees. Palms might come behind your thighs, or they can come out long with your fingertips pointing forwards. Straighten and lengthen out that back and roll your shoulders away from your ears, shining your heart forwards. Now you can stay here and take an in-breath and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 this way, engaging through your core. Or you can lift your legs by taking an inhale Exhale, rock back onto your sitting bones and lift your feet, keeping that chest open and your heart shining towards the ceiling. Inhale, and you can exhale this, you can lower on the exhale, engaging through that core, lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Just give yourself a little bit of a moment to settle on the mat and just feel the ground beneath you. As you inhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a little bit of a hug. Placing your left hand on the outer edge of your right leg. Bringing your right arm out long or to a cactus shape at the side, whichever is best for the space that you're in. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to guide your right foot over to the left and your gaze might come over your right shoulder. Keep breathing here. Inhale, guide your right knee back to center. Release your right leg. And then take an inhale and draw your left knee into your body. Give your left knee a hug. Placing your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Bringing your left arm out, or you can bring it to a cactus shape. Take an in breath. And as you release the breath, allow your right hand to guide your left knee over to the side. Gaze might come over your left shoulder. Keep breathing. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Exhale, release your left leg. And then as you inhale, just draw both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really big hug. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Nice gentle massage into your spine. And then if you wish, you can come into happy baby, or you can go straight into an active Shavasana, either a Supta Baddha Konasana, or bringing your heels up, your feet to the sides of the mat and drawing your knees in towards each other. Or you can come into happy baby. Whatever is comfortable for you. Giving yourself a gentle rock from side to side, or just staying in the posture for a moment of stillness. Allowing the full length of your torso, of your spine, to really lengthen on the mat. And then gently lower down the legs. As we make our way into Shavasana, bringing our feet to the bottom of the mat, letting them hang out to the sides, allowing the whole backs of our legs to relax into the mat, feeling our hips and our lower back sinking into the earth as we bring our arms by our sides with our palms facing upwards, drawing our shoulders down and away from our ears, allowing our chin to dip slightly towards our chest, softening in the gaze, softening your jaw, softening your forehead, closing your eyes, inhaling through your nose, release through your mouth. Once more, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Shavasana. Allow yourself a moment on your mat to draw your focus back to the space in between the space in between your eyebrows where your third eye center lies. Observe your breath. Bring your awareness back to your body. Allow yourself to remember that intention that you set at the beginning of the class. And just observe how your body feels after building up all the heat, all the tapas throughout the practice. In your Shavasana, you are allowing any negative thoughts or niggles or feelings to dissipate and disappear from the body and the mind. As you bring your awareness back to the mat, make some gentle movements in your body, starting with your toes and your fingers, and then your wrists and your ankles. Maybe rock your head from side to side, up and down. You can give yourself a full body stretch if you like, and then gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Giving yourself another great big hug. And then when you're ready to be released from your Shavasana, roll over onto your right hand side, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. Allowing your energy to be reborn as you make your way up to seated. Coming to cross-legged and just keeping your gaze soft or your eyes closed. Bringing your chin in towards your chest. And then bringing your hands to heart center. Allowing yourself a moment of gratitude for taking part in this practice. Maybe it's the only time of day that you get for your thoughts, or you get to practice, or you get to observe your breath and your movement. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for practicing with me. Take a really deep breath in through your nose, and then let it go through your mouth, releasing anything that no longer serves you this Monday evening. Once more. Inhale. Release. Bring your thumbs to rest in between your eyebrows. The light in me honors and salutes the light in you. Have a great week, guys. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, any feedback is appreciated, so feel free to drop me a line or a message or whatever you want to do. And I shall see you on Wednesday evening at 7:30. Same time, same place, unless lockdown's lifted by then, and then hopefully I'll see you at studio, but I'm not getting my hopes up anytime soon. All right, take care, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.